everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
And I made Jayson watch The Wizard, the 1989 film about a little spoken kid who is great at video games and has never played video games before, but finds out that he's great at them and ends up winning a video game tournament that unveils Mario 3 in a movie that is primarily there to be a major advertisement for Nintendo.
And he is urged to go to California.
Yes.
Just how many times does he say California?
California! Mm-hmm. In what is legitimately kind of a sad and tragic backstory, you know, this kid has lost his sister, drowning, and he just wants to get back to the place where he has the fondest memories of her. But anyway, so Jayson, this is not like a favorite movie of mine by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I don't think I had seen this since I was a kid. Probably not much older than you. I've watched, you know, reviews and things about this movie since then, so I was familiar with a few of the scenes, but had not actually sat through it in a long time. But mostly I just wanted to show it to you because I didn't think you knew about it, and I know how much of a Nintendo buff you are, and how interested in the history of video games in general, and Nintendo specifically, you are. So I thought this just being an artifact of all that, you would be probably interested in seeing it. So I guess the first big question straight away is, did you enjoy this film? That was kind of the blank, vacant expression on Jayson's face through a lot of this, where he's just like, what am I watching?
Well, I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah? Well, let's break it down. What do you enjoy about it, and what did you not care for and find kind of weird?
I'll get to the part where what I don't like later.
Yeah, what worked? Or was it just fun for you?
I think it was just fun for me.
I'm just saying, what parts were fun for you?
I like that it, that at the end they have to do a contest with Mario 3.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing
That's the big thing everybody remembers.
It comes from points.
Oh, no, it's really strange, yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, well, and we can talk about some of the weird video game stuff and the things where it doesn't seem to be doing its homework, but I just want to more generally talk about what you actually liked about it. So far we have Mario 3.
And, I like the girl.
Do you? You seem to really latch on to, like, these really kind of spunky, confident, extroverted female characters.
What does perky mean?
Did I say perky or did I say spunky?
You said spunky. I'm just asking.
Suddenly out of nowhere? You don't know what perky means? Perky is like happy and bouncy.
Oh, well, she's not happy and bouncy, so she's not perky.
No, but she's got kind of an attitude. She's kind of spunky. Yeah. So anyway, so you like that?
Mm-hmm. I like the girl.
Okay, so we got Mario 3, the girl.
The kid that is 5 years old.
I don't know how old he's supposed to be. He's probably like 7 or 8. Probably your age.
No, he's 5.
You think he's 5?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
He's 5. And
is really good at video games.
Yeah, he's really good at video games.
No matter what they are.
But he doesn't even know anything about them and has never even played one.
No, he just has or at least I don't think he's ever played one. But yeah, he has like just this natural ability.
Yeah.
He's got kind of a pinball wizard thing going on.
Yeah.
I suspect that's probably where the title comes from. They were probably thinking pinball wizard when they...
Yeah, but everyone calls him the wizard.
Everyone calls him that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's probably why.
And then they've got the kind of standard, you know, antagonist, rival video game player kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lucas, who loves the Power Glove because it's so bad. The scene that Jayson most reacted to was the Power Glove scene.
Yeah, I just
you
freaked
seem to be
out.
all about that.
Yeah.
Just because it was funny, or just because you couldn't believe it was there?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it was there. I was like, What?
I want to know at what point in the film you even realized we were watching a movie about video games.
I think when,
Or that at least is an advertisement for video games?
Well, when the first time video games popped on the movie?
Yeah, but, like, did you...
Like,
Did you just think there were just video games in this movie? Or, like when did you realize, oh, this is a movie about video games?
I didn't even know anything about this movie.
No, I know.
Like, I didn't even know that it was a video game film.
Right. I was just saying, like, as you were watching it, because it's like 15 minutes in before we even get really any references to video games at all.
Yeah, I think it was...
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
I think it was the first reference of video games.
Sure.
And I forget what that was, but...
Yeah. Okay, so we have Mario 3 and the girl, the Power Glove. You mentioned the kid that's good at video games. I don't know if Jimmy. I don't know if you're actually counting that as a positive or if you just brought him up.
Yeah, I like Jimmy.
You actually like him, but
yeah.
But you were annoyed about California.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like. I'm going to get.
We're jumping all around, but when you got to the end of the film, like, did you find yourself sympathizing with him? Like, did you feel bad for him? With his sister's death and all of that? Like, did you actually care about that kid? Or did you just think it was cool that there was a kid that was that good at video games? Is that all it was? Is all of this superficial?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all superficial. Sure.
Let's go to things I don't like.
He's chomping at the bit to talk about the things he doesn't like.
So things I like. Mario 3.
Right, no, we got that. Things you don't like.
Okay, first thing, California. Why does he keep saying California? I mean, I know, but why does he do that? He does that all the time. Like, how many times does he say California?
So, like, it was too distracting and silly.
Yeah.
So that by the time you got to the end, you didn't care about him as much as you felt like you were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
California.
But anyway, so what else? The
girl is too mad.
She's too mad?
Yeah, she's too mad.
So you didn't find her ultimately totally
sympathetic? Yeah.
I thought the reveal that she actually just lives in a trailer and doesn't have, all the money and the great life that she pretends like she does. I thought that was okay. Mm-hmm. That wasn't horribly handled. Here's the thing. I think, if I can back off for a second, back this up for a minute, and then you can tell us the other things you don't like. I think, ultimately, the overall, like, general idea and structure of this movie could have been, is fine, and there could have been a movie here. It's just that we have a lot of characters that don't feel like real people at all to me, and it ends up watching like kind of a generic sports movie, like a generic road trip / sports movie. The notion of like this kid that has to find his will to live again and get and start to get past a traumatic event and PTSD through a video game tournament, through like finding something that he loves that brings him together with his family again. I think that on paper is fine. I wish that the video game thing came more from a place. It feels really random. It feels really out of nowhere and random. Like that should be like the one thing that this, because it seems like they just go on a road trip and this kid finds video games and he plays them. I would have given him a Game Boy and just had his head be in that all the time, and that's all he can find himself, the will to do after he lost his sister, and like that should have been the impetus for the adventure in the first place.
But no one even knew that he was so good at video games because he had never played a video game before.
Or at least, yeah. I mean, we don't know, but the dad getting really into video games, that should have been connected to the A story, and it's not. It's like his other son, when they go on the road trip trying to find Jimmy and his brother. He just brings an NES with him, and they keep hooking it up in hotel rooms in the back of the truck and stuff, and it's just convenient. They just happen to have it with them. that didn't have to be that convenient. It could have been connected to the main story where it's like, oh, maybe to learn more about my son, to understand what he's going through or why he keeps running off and we keep trying to go get him, I'm going to play video games and figure out what all this is about. I think it's really easy to rewrite this movie and make a better film. I'm not saying that I need a Wizard remake by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like it would be really easy to sit down and write a better movie. You know, based on the precise structure that we have here, and without these over-the-top, obnoxious cartoon characters, because like the bounty hunter guy is obnoxious.
I hate him. That was the next thing I was gonna say.
Yeah, sure.
The guy with glasses. I just hate him. He's so bad. They're
trying to get comedy mileage out of him and the dad constantly hitting each other with cars, and it's not funny, and it feels almost mean-spirited. Like, I really, really resist that.
And...
So you really dislike that guy.
Yeah.
You don't like California. What else?
And I don't like the mad girl.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Another thing about the guy with glasses and the girl... The whole thing about touching her breast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
Yeah. You hate that?
Yeah. I don't know why that's there.
That was just a ruse she creates to get out of that room right then.
Yeah.
Cause he caught up to her. But yeah, stuff like that felt like almost edgy for the sake of edge. Like we have this movie that's aimed at kids, but the kids in the audience aren't gonna want to feel like they're going to a kiddie picture, so we have to throw stuff like that in there to make it seem more adult somehow, and it all feels forced and, again, like, almost cynical in places. That was my biggest issue with it. You know, it really wants to be a Spielberg movie, and it does not know how to do that.
Oh.
Is kind of my feeling.
I don't know your feelings about this, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it wants to be like an E.T. or something.
Yeah.
And it is not managing that.
Yeah, it is not. I don't know. I have 4 good things and 4 bad things.
But the bad is kind of outweighing the good. What did you think about the announcer guy at the video game tournament? He's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
And once again, just all these people that don't remotely feel like real people, and I'm just kind of scratching my head and raising an eyebrow, like, why would anybody talk like this? And it would be really easy, because, you know, you want to try to have historical perspective with a thing like this. It would be easy to look back and think, well, it was 1989, maybe people spoke differently than they do now. Go back and look at Back to the Future, and then look at this. It's just poorly written.
Mm-hmm. Or look at 89. Look at Batman 89.
Sure. But yeah, there's a bunch of people, or there's a bunch of scenes, rather, in this movie where I'm just scratching my head and going, I do not know why this scene is even here. You know, like character building movies that do, or scenes that do no such thing. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I guess like, a part of me wants to apologize for showing you this movie, because I know it's not a really good movie, and it was worse than I remembered, honestly. But I thought you might appreciate some of the, or appreciate it at least in a historical context. Do you want to talk about a little bit of the video game stuff and just inaccuracies? Like, the Power Glove doesn't work that well.
Yeah, well, the thing, I don't know, the thing is, I don't know why the girl called one of the guys that works at the place to tell the girl all the stuff.
That was so she could prepare Jimmy for all the video games, and that's why she makes a big deal out of their not knowing Mario 3, because it's like, well, we prepared for all these games. And but my thinking with that was, so what Jason's talking about is she calls up the Nintendo hotline, and like all of this stuff is an advertisement for things that actually existed. So it's a big advertisement for Power Glove. It's a big advertisement for the Nintendo hotline that you could call through Nintendo Power, which was really expensive and would run your parents' phone bill up. And anyway, so she, as Angry Video Game Nerd talks about in his review, which is quite funny. But anyway, so which no, I've not let Jason watch because it's Angry Video Game Nerd. But anyway,
I'm 8.
He's 8. But anyway, so but she calls that place up, Jason, so that she can learn everything she can to help Jimmy. And I thought it was odd at the end that she like freaked out about how, oh no, the game that he's gonna play is a game that they've never seen before. Because out of all the kids that went to that tournament, only 3 got in and Jimmy got in. So he's got a 1 out of 3 chance now at winning the 50 grand or whatever it was. And the other thing is, and they're on an even playing field because none of the other kids played that game. And then the other thing is, what, would they have just not gone to the tournament if they knew that? If they knew that was in the rules, would they have just not gone?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
And the only...
I can see you being worried for a minute, but just to lose your mind and act like they did something wrong by not telling you was kind of silly.
The other thing is, with Mario 3...
Yeah.
That announcer guy thinks that level 2 is world 2.
He keeps saying world when he means level, yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile, on the Nintendo or on the screen, it says World 1 constantly.
Yeah.
One thing that's amusing that I hadn't noticed before is none of the Nintendos in this movie are on.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a red light in the front of the Nintendo, and they're not on. So they're playing Nintendos that are not that nobody powered on.
Oh.
It's hilarious. But anyway, what else did you want to say about it?
What? Well, is it just not connected to the TV?
Yeah, apparently not.
If he turns on the button and then...
Well, what I'm saying is they're showing you something on the screen, but they didn't actually turn the Nintendos on. The prop Nintendos. They didn't turn them on because there's not the red light in the front. But anyway, anything else you wanted to mention about it?
No, I don't think so. So what did you like about it?
Well, I already kind of said my piece on it. So I forgot to bring the signs up, but so would this be a not feeling it for you? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a not feeling it?
Yeah.
Are you glad you saw it?
Yes.
Just for the sake of the history?
Yeah.
I figured if you found out about this movie, you would ask me to see it. So that's part of why I picked it. But in all honesty, given some of the unnecessarily kind of, immature, trying to be mature things this movie does, I don't know if I even would have shown it to you if I had seen it more recently and remembered all that was in it. Like, obviously I'm not worried about it like scarring you or anything, but I don't know. It's like I just think that there's more of that than there needed to be, certainly.
Yeah. How old do you think that girl is?
Like 13, 14?
I was thinking kind of like 12. I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, folks, thanks for watching. Sure appreciate it. And that is what I made Jason watch. And if we have Jason on another He Made Me Watch, and I'm picking, I'll try to pick one.
No.
What I'm saying is, next time I'm picking one for you, like, you can pick one next time.
Oh, yeah.
But next time I'm picking one for you, I'll try to pick something that is actually good. You might actually like.
Yeah. And I know when I'm picking you next time.
Ooh, cool! Well, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody.
Yep.
And we will see you on the next segment for the Geekvolution Minibus. What are we doing next, Jason?
Oh, no. Treknado?
I think Treknado's next, yeah. We're going to talk about the documentary Trekkies. I showed Jason that as well, so we're going to do that next. And
another He Made Me Watch?
Kinda, sorta, except that was less He Made Me Watch and more we just happened to watch that as a family, so we thought we'd talk about it. So if you're watching this on the playlist, keep it running. And in the meantime, thanks to everybody else so much for watching.
Thanks to everybody else. Thanks for watching.
Do we need like a thank you song at the end of our videos? Is that what plays us out? All right, thanks for watching, folks. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson. And I'm Jayson.
See you, folks.